Hey y'all, so I wanted to do a quick video to show you guys how we buy crypto. So a lot of people have been asking me, Becky, how do you buy crypto? Where do you even start? What is basically your allocation for your portfolio? How much are you buying of all of these altcoins that they've got floating around? How much Bitcoin are you buying? And I just want to start off by saying that there is a lot going on behind the scenes right now. Diversification is going to be your best friend whenever it comes to making sure that your money is safe and that you're not going to lose out, because everybody knows that the value of the dollar is going down. I feel like I've been preaching this for years and years, and finally, now that we have Joe Biden in office, people are starting to see in this rapid inflation, they're starting to see, oh, hey, my dollars can't buy as much as they used to be able to buy. People used to literally look at me like I was some kind of a cyclops or something. And now they're starting to see it firsthand because it's happening so fast. So what's happening right now literally has happened for a long, long time. Ever since they took the dollar off of the gold standard, the dollar has been losing value over time really slowly. But right now, because as much money as they've been printing with COVID and all this stuff that's going on, it's just happening really, really fast. So I just want to make sure that all my friends know kind of what we're doing, how to diversify your wealth, how to make sure that you have got money in different places, and that, if something should happen with one of your investments or, one of your accounts, that you're safe because you have multiple others to kind of take its place. That said, I want to start this video off by saying this. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. You have got to do the research on your own. And I tell people this all the time, like, you can't be lazy and then make a lot of money and, be really well off. You've got to be willing to get out there and do the research. So I have literally researched and researched and researched all of the topics that I talk about for a very long time. And I will go ahead and just be super transparent. Just not that long ago, I was not interested in crypto. Whenever it was like super cheap, and I will admit that I could have made a ton of money had I just invested a little bit of money into crypto. But the thing is, in the beginning stages, and still right now, crypto is very volatile. So just be prepared for that. Also, it just didn't really have a very good track record, and I wanted to make sure that I was just being careful where I put my money. So I chose to put it in other investments. I chose to pay down debt. We bought a house with some property in Missouri. So we've been doing a lot of different things, but I did not invest in crypto until not very long ago, probably within the last year. I really started getting my foot in the door with crypto. And the reason why is because I started learning about this great reset, which I've been talking about again for years and years. And I was trying to figure out, what can we do to keep them from stealing everything from us? So some of you guys, if you haven't watched the video that I posted yesterday, make sure that you go ahead and watch that video. Today is Friday the 29th. So just for reference, if you're watching this after Friday, October 29th, then you'll need to go back and just check the video that I posted last on my Telegram channel about the Great Reset. It's a really, really good watch. And I think it's worth everybody, spending about 30 minutes to just take the time and check that out. But in that video, they're just talking about how, they literally have this plan for America. And we're already starting to see a lot of the things unfold that people have been talking about and looking at for years. And people are starting to get scared, and they're starting to wonder, how are we going to, protect our wealth? And they flat out said that you will own nothing and you'll be totally happy. So we don't want that. We are fighting back against that. And that is why I started investing a little bit of my money into crypto. Now, I do want to also say, I'm not all in on crypto. I don't have a bajillion dollars in crypto, but I do want to just take a dive, and I'm going to actually show you guys my portfolio. And I'm also going to show you how I earn a really good passive income with crypto. So if you are looking for another stream of income, if you are, just wanting to get your feet wet and just kind of test the waters with crypto, this is going to be a really good video to kind of show you guys what we use. but this is not going to be telling you all about crypto and why you should use crypto and all of that stuff. You are going to have to do your own research and make your own decisions if you want to put your money into crypto or not. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. Your money could disappear at any given time, just like it could in any other asset. They could come in and, you know, change some kind of law to wipe out, you know, your house. You always have to pay taxes on your house. The stock market could crash at any given point in time and you could lose all your money in the stock market. So just like those assets, you could also lose all of your crypto. So anything that you go to do is going to be a risk. But I'm telling you right now, with cryptocurrency, it is a high risk, but it is a very high reward. You can make a lot of money with crypto. However, I want to show you guys. Let me go ahead and screen share and show you guys a couple of things. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to my Coinbase. So this account, this is just one of my accounts. I have actually got 4 different crypto accounts, and I'm going to show you guys what they are, in addition to a crypto wallet that you can store your crypto offline so that you hold the keys and that you know that your crypto is safe. But this is just the account that I use mostly for buying the altcoins, but also I do have a little bit of Bitcoin on here, you can see. But I'm going to show you guys how this works because it's really cool. So I'm going to leave you guys a link below this video that you can use to sign up for this account and get $10 free of Bitcoin. Okay, so that's going to be your first thing. So I'm going to show you all the different ways that you can make extra money with crypto. That's kind of going to be the goal of this video. Show you how to put your money in, where to put it in, and you know where to hold your crypto. So when you open your account via the link in the description box, you're going to get $10 in free Bitcoin initially when you put in your first investment. Okay. So you're going to have a $100 investment in there. You're going to get $10 for free. That is going to be in Bitcoin, which is the #1 cryptocurrency that there is. I feel like some of the stuff that I'm going to say, I know is kind of a given for some of y'all, but I'm just going to take this back to kindergarten because there are a lot of people that still have no idea how cryptocurrency works. And, you know, they just are interested to know how they can get started in this. And, you know, maybe you don't know a whole lot about it. That's totally fine, but you'll just kind of learn as you go as well. So you're going to get your $10 free once you get in here. Then you can start investing money as you choose to. So you can see my account's gone up and up and up. Some of that is from investing new money. A lot of that is from growth of the coins that I already had in there. So a lot of you guys will remember a while back, I talked about not being super interested in a lot of the altcoins, which is 100% true. Not long after that, I ended up telling y'all that I bought a couple $100 worth of Dogecoin. And I still feel like Dogecoin doesn't really have a ton of utility. I'm not that excited about it, but I do feel like it has potential because it is such a cheap coin to go up. So check this out with Dogecoin. That's one of the investments that you'll see here in my wallet. Okay, so for the overview of Dogecoin, it's going to show you what it's done over either the hour, the day, the week, the month, the year, or all. You can click on this and it's going to show you the chart for however long. So since inception in 2014, you can see it was basically worth 0.30271, and then all of a sudden it shot up to 75 cents or something like that. Was it 74 cents? And if you were following my advice, which again is not financial advice, but it's just me telling you as a friend what I was doing, you sold out very close to the top and you made like 70 cents for your Dogecoin whenever you sold it, because I knew that Dogecoin was going to tank. Okay. So we sold up here and then we bought back some more down here. I think I bought back at about 24 cents, 21 cents and 24 cents, somewhere in between there. I bought a little bit of it back. And right now that amount is up a little bit as well. So you can see, let's see let me go back to my assets and you can see that it is worth now like 270 bucks. It's at 28 cents. So it's up a little bit from what it was whenever I bought it. But I know that looking at these charts for Doge, that it has the potential to run back up and beat all-time highs. So will that happen? I don't know. I'm not telling you to YOLO your money into Dogecoin. I still feel like that's gambling. Love me or hate me for it. There's a lot of people out there that are very loyal to a couple of different dog coins, one being Dogecoin and one being Shiba Inu. And they have a huge community of people behind those coins that are going to rally them up, but they're mostly hype. Like these coins, you guys, what happens is a bunch of people start buying in, everybody else starts having FOMO, and they start buying in at the very top, and then everybody else that knows what they're doing sells when the price goes up. They make a ton of money, and everybody else is left holding the bag. And typically the everybody else ends up being people like you guys that are not super familiar with how to work cryptos. And I don't want that to be y'all. I don't want that to be my friends. I want to make sure my friends are the ones that are making money. Okay. So that's why I'm doing this video. So make sure you guys pay attention and just do your due diligence on this, because again, look how volatile this is. Literally, what month was this? This was May 7th. Doge was at 74 cents, and right now it's at 28 cents. So look how much that tanked, but it does have the potential to run up. And I honestly feel like that it is going to have another run very soon. That is my prediction. I don't know everything. I'm not God. Nobody knows everything. If anybody is telling you a specific price point that something is going to get to in a specific date, don't follow that kind of people. They have no idea. They don't know. It's all speculation. The only thing that people do to judge this as accurately as they can is they're going to look at the technical analysis of the graphs, and they've got all kinds of apps and things that do that for them, so they're going to be able to see how this stuff works. But this is over a 1-year time span. So the other thing that I want to show you guys really quick, this is really, really important, and I'm just kind of giving you guys this little back education on this, just to make sure that you don't get screwed over on stuff. So right here, you're going to see the trading activity. So you're going to see 65% of people are buying Dogecoin right now, and 35% of people are selling. Now, this is going to be really important. Let me X out of some of these things real quick, because I need to get to something else. Hang on, y'all. Bear with me for just a second. Okay. Okay, so you'll see that 65% of people are buying, 35% of people are selling. What I like to do is pay attention to this trading activity, because a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times when a lot of people are buying, the price tends to go up. When a lot of people are selling, the price tends to go down. So a lot of these people will put a ton of money into one coin. And then when it goes up, like I said, people start FOMOing in, and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to miss this ride. So they'll buy in up here at, 66 cents, thinking I'm going to get rich. It's going to go to the moon. And it never goes to the moon. What happens is the whales sell off their portfolios, or people end up getting liquidated because they're taking out a ton of debt against, borrowing for their crypto and things like that. And then the price ends up tanking. This right here is going to be a really big thing for you to look at, and that is the fear and greed index. When you are buying anything, whether it's stocks or crypto or whatever, you want to kind of just check that out and just be mindful. And remember what Warren Buffett said. He said, be greedy when others are fearful, and fearful when others are greedy. So what does that mean? It means, just like what I said, whenever the price is going up, and people are YOLOing in, and they're, buying all of these assets, they're causing the price to go up even further. And when they start getting greedy and they start thinking, I'm going to make $1 million, Dogecoin's going to go to $1, and Shiba Inu is going to go to a penny or $1. I've even heard people saying $10. You guys, it's like impossible for Shiba to go to $10. I don't know what people are thinking. But if you look at the market caps on it, it is not going to go to $10. Okay. So when you look at this chart, it's going to give you a good idea of what other people are doing. And I say this in everything I do, whether it just be, life in general and business and, buying stocks and crypto. When people tend to go one way, I tend to go the other way. And I believe that's a big part of how we have made money, is because we just do things differently. So right now, if it's in the greed, I'm not really accumulating a ton of certain coins right now. There are some that I am still buying that I feel like have major upside potential, but I'm just going to be really careful whenever I'm buying. Now, last month was extreme fear. And had I told you to buy last month, you probably wouldn't have bought, because you probably would have seen, and this is like a psychological thing, is when people see the market going down, even if they bought in when the market was high, a lot of these people will sell out and they'll lose their butts. That's why they lose so much money, because they sell before they've made any profit because of fear. They get scared when the market starts going down, and then they end up selling everything. And then a lot of times, you know, they may want to try to buy in lower, but sometimes it doesn't go as low as they thought. You can never time the bottom and you can never time the top, but you can get pretty darn close. So this right here, again, that is Doge. I didn't want to take too much time on that one specific coin, but I did just want to show you guys kind of how that works. So this is another one that we hold. It's Ethereum Classic. I'm not telling you to buy this. This is not Ethereum. This is Ethereum Classic. They are two totally different things. But Ethereum Classic, I'm going to show you guys this chart for ETH Classic. So back in March, whenever I was telling everybody to buy Ethereum Classic, a lot of people bought, and you can see here that like right now, 66% of people are selling. So I would really, looking at this chart, I would have no problem putting another $100 in there. I don't know what this coin is going to do. I don't know if it's going to rally to the moon. I don't know if it's going to totally tank out. It could totally disappear again, like I said. But if you look back here in May, it got up to $175. So if you put in, you know, $52 to buy one right now, if it went back to hit the all-time high, you would have made over $100. So pay attention to that whenever you're buying these coins. However, just know that some of these coins are just straight up gambles. Some of them are speculation. You never know what they're going to do. But I do just like to have a handful of different coins in here just in case something happens and they pop off. Now, I knew, like, whenever we got to the top, I was telling people, if you want to take your profits, take them now. And a lot of people made a lot of money. They literally tripled their money or more within a matter of like a month. So if you followed that trade, you made really good money. But I just decided to hang on to most of mine. I did sell some of it, but I did hang on to most of what I had. I didn't have a ton of money in there, but again, you can see I have, you know, $260 as of the value that it is right now. And I did sell some of that when it got high, but what you can do is whenever it goes up, you can sell portions of your portfolio to take out your initial investment so that you're just working with the house's money. So for instance, let me show you again on ETH Classic. So if you would have bought back in March, let's see, back here, well, where's March? Back here, and then you sold half of it in May, then you would have at least gotten back your initial investment, even if you didn't sell the very top, because it's really hard to time it. Like if you would have sold, you know, down here at $52, right? You could have sold a little bit at 52, a little bit at, you know, 175, a little bit on the way back down. Whatever you sell it at, you could have taken out your initial profit, and that way you're not in the hole any money, because we definitely don't want people losing money. So let's go back to the assets. I'm just going to kind of walk you guys through here real quick. So Cardano, I do have some on a couple of different platforms. This is one of them. This, you guys, this Coinbase account, by the way, I'm going to show you guys what I do with it. I'm going to show you, you know, some other ways you can make money and stuff like that too. But this account, I just keep so that I can have long-term, you know, altcoin storage on here. I'm not really going to take the time to put that stuff on my wallet. But I do like to keep that stuff on here so that I can just log in like once a month and see what it's doing. But this stuff is all going to be long-term hold, so I'm not going to sell it for years, for, you know, at least several years. So Cardano, I have, about 108 of those. I actually just bought a lot of those. I bought most of them around the $2 mark. I actually feel like Cardano is a really good buy right now. Again, with Cardano, I'm going to go ahead and put this out there. Like I said, I can't see the future. I don't know what's going to happen, but I feel like Cardano may be going on another rally. If that happens, and it breaks all-time highs, then, all-time highs were up over $3, and it could go higher than that. You'll see right here, a lot of other people probably have that same feeling. 63% of people are buying, but just also be aware of the market caps and the circulating supply, where you feel like these coins could go, and just paying attention to the utility and not just listening to random people that are telling you, everybody buy Dogecoin, everybody buy SHIB, because the Shiba Inu and Dogecoin are purely gambles for me. Like the money that I put into those, and Shiba, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you guys, I made some good money on Shiba. I actually did not even buy that much Shiba, but I've already taken out every single thing I invested. I've taken out profits, and I just left this in there. It's not that much, but it's like almost 2.5 million SHIB. I'm just going to leave in there in case it goes to a penny or whatever everybody's saying. If it ends up going to a penny, I'll be happy that I left that, but I'm also perfectly fine if this number turns to zero overnight. It was worth a lot more than that just a day ago, whenever the prices got up to 0.40 and then 8 something. I don't remember exactly what the number was, but it was like a lot higher than where it is now. But when I was telling everybody to sell, and I was selling myself and taking profits, right after that, it tanked, you guys. It tanked a lot. And, I'm still up quite a bit, because I bought this at 0.40 and then 2.9, I think is where I bought it. So I didn't get in any of these plays super early. A lot of people think, oh, I missed the train. Like I can't get into crypto anymore. I'm not going to be able to make any money. But you guys, I didn't get into this stuff early either. Excuse me. Like I said, I got into SHIB whenever it was 4 zeros and 2.9, which was, look at this. I'm going to show you guys. It was not that long ago. Okay. Let's see. So if we just go back over, was it like a week? Yeah, you guys, literally on the 1 week chart, this down here was right around where I bought SHIB, and then it went way up here, and I sold. I dollar cost averaged my way out. I got all of my investment back, and then plus some profits, and then I left what I have in there right now. So I don't know what SHIB will do. I don't even really want to make a speculation on that. I feel like it could run up again, but it also could tank to zero. I feel like it's 100% a gamble. So if you want to put $100 in and see if you become a millionaire, great, but it's a gamble. So just know that money might go out the window. Bitcoin, of course, is my number one choice. I don't have a ton of Bitcoin in here simply because I keep most of that either on an offline wallet or on another account where I earn interest that I'm going to show you guys in just a little bit, where you can make some extra money with Bitcoin. I have 1.5 Filecoin because I do feel like that one has some pretty good utility. I just wasn't sure what was going to happen, but I definitely didn't want to miss the boat. And then these ones are all ones that I got for free, and I'm going to show you guys how I did that. So I just have like little bits and pieces of things down here that's nothing much, but I just figured, well, we'll leave it sit there and just see what happens over the years. So you can see on your Coinbase account, and you can do this either on your phone or on your desktop. I'm just showing you on the desktop just for video purposes so that I can show you what you can do. But a lot of you guys are kind of like, whoa, what am I supposed to be doing? How am I supposed to be making money with this? So first of all, you're going to get your $10 in free Bitcoin. Okay, that's the first thing. And then when you look over here at the right-hand side of the screen, it shows you that I've earned $56 in basically value from watching videos to learn about different new cryptos that they're rolling out. So a lot of people don't know this about Coinbase, but once you set up your account, you can click on this Learn and Earn tab, and it's going to show you different ways that you can make money. Now with Coinbase, I have referred 2 friends to buy their crypto on Coinbase. So I've earned $20 in Bitcoin from referring people to use Coinbase. So you can do that. That's one way that you can do it. It's like once you get your crypto and you have other friends that want to buy, if they use your link, then they will get $10 in free Bitcoin as well. So when you use my link to sign up for Coinbase and set your account up, you're going to get $10 in free Bitcoin, and I'm going to get $10 in free Bitcoin. And then you can start doing the exact same thing and earning, you know, unlimited amounts of crypto. The other thing is when you keep scrolling down here, there's going to be all of these different tokens that have these little boxes right here that you can click on these and watch the videos. So like, I'll just click on one and show you guys real quick what it looks like. Excuse my internet, it's really slow, but this is what it's going to do. It's going to pull up and it's going to tell you all about the different crypto, whatever it is that you're learning about. There's like 4 or 5 little pages like this, and then it's going to ask you a question at the end. It's not going to do it for me, it looks like, because I've already done it, but it's just going to ask you a couple of questions at the end, and you can earn $3 in the auction or in the bounce token. You can earn $3 in Fetch, $3 in Clover, $4 in the Graph, $3 in Ant, $9 in Compound. So there's different things that you can do on here to earn extra money as well. But a lot of people don't know that they can go on here and get the free tokens. And that is where a lot of these tokens came from, is from little freebie stuff. So just know that when you go on there, you can earn those. So $56 doesn't sound like a lot, but y'all, in today's day and age, I don't care how much money you have. I mean, you might be sitting totally cushy right now, but you are going to wish that you had another stream of income whenever, you know, stuff starts rolling down the pipeline like it is. Because, I mean, times are crazy. And I don't know about you guys, but anywhere that I can save money, I'm saving money. Anywhere that I can invest and make some extra money, I'm doing that so that I can secure my future. I want to make sure that our family is taken care of. So I just did want to show you guys that. There's also a tab for notifications. This one right here is where you invite your friends. So you can click on invite friends, and it says right here, invite a friend to Coinbase, and you'll both get $10. So you can just copy your link just like this, send it to a friend, they can sign up. You both get $10, and then you can do that unlimited. Even if all you ever put in here is $100 in Bitcoin, I mean, hey, you can earn extra money in the free videos, and then you can also earn your $10 for sharing with friends. So the other thing I was going to show you guys really quick is just where you trade. So if you click on trade, it's going to pull up all the different cryptos and their prices. So you can see, like, there's a ton of them, you guys. There's a ton of different things that you can buy. However, just again, make sure you're being careful and that you're paying attention to the utility of these coins, because this is a bull run. And when you get, you know, going through a bear market, and a lot of these coins are going to start disappearing, I just don't want my friends to lose a bunch of money. So I would stick with the top 10 for the most part, unless you're feeling really spunky. I mean, you know, like I said, it's your money. You know, you're grown, you can do what you want to do with your money, but I just like to be a little bit more on the cautious side. I like to stick to a lot of Bitcoin and Ethereum. And then I'm going to show you guys another account that I have. Okay, so this is a separate account. I'm going to show you guys how you can make some more money with this. So when you put your cryptos on BlockFi, they are going to pay you interest on your Bitcoin and Ethereum. There are a couple others, like they do offer, you know, for Link and stuff like that too. But the main two that people buy that are really great for BlockFi are going to be Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, some people would argue you should never put your Bitcoin on a platform like that, because BlockFi does actually loan out your crypto. So it's kind of like a banking, like they loan out your crypto to other people and then they pay you interest on your crypto. So basically your crypto is in somebody else's hands. That said, it is the same, like it's going to be in somebody else's hands when it's on Coinbase, when it's on Webull, when it's on Voyager, when it's on any of these other apps. It's going to be the same type deal. You guys, what is happening? What? Okay, hold on, guys. Let me log back in here real quick. Sorry, kicked me out. Okay, so it's going to be not 100% safe no matter where you put it. But that said, you can earn some really, really good interest, and BlockFi is very reputable. They've been around for a pretty good while. There's a lot of people that hold a lot of crypto on BlockFi. So I do feel like this is a really good option. Like I said, I don't keep all of my crypto on here. I just keep some of it on here. And it's not a lot. Like you guys can see, there's literally $4,000 worth of crypto in here. So it's not a ton of money. It's not like I'm holding hundreds of thousands of dollars on my BlockFi account. But I mean, look at the interest, you guys, on $4,000, which it was not, I did not pay $4,000 for this to get here. I can tell you that right now. Like I did not put in $4,000 into this account. It's just that it grew. Number one, my Bitcoin and Ethereum, which are the only two coins that I hold on this account, not only did they go up in value a lot, but I'm also earning interest for keeping it on this platform. So I've been paid almost $60 in interest already. And then I've accrued $14.67. And you guys, I think this is over like a week. Like it's very, very quickly accrued. I have not had this money in there for a long time, but imagine that I've had this in there less than a year. Imagine what would happen if you leave that in there for years and years, and it's compounding. And not only is the value of your crypto going up, but your interest is being paid out more and more because the value is going up. This is way better yield than you're going to get in any bank. And you can earn on Bitcoin 4.5% right now, and Ethereum is 5%. Now these are subject to change, so they may be different. I know before I put most of my stuff in here, they actually were paying like 8%, I think, and it went down to 4.5% and 5%. Those are really good interest rates right now. I don't know about you guys, but the savings account that I use is, in my opinion, the best savings account there is. It by far pays me way more money than any other savings account out there does because of the way that they are structured. And it still only pays me like typically between 1.5% to 2.5% interest, which if you're in a savings account right now, that is insanely good for banks to pay that. But look at this, you guys, 4.5% to 5%. So that's another good option. I'm going to leave the link for BlockFi as well down below in the description. So you can click on BlockFi and you can actually earn some really cool money that way too. So look right here, you click on the refer a friend, and it's going to show that you can refer friends to BlockFi and earn free crypto that way as well. I'm trying to think what they're actually doing right now. I think it's $10 or $15 maybe. Let's see. Let's go here. Okay, so how it works. So simply share your referral code via your link that you're going to get. And then when they create their account, using your referral code, and they put $100 into their BlockFi account, then that is when your referral is paid. But where does it say how much? Anyways, I'll have to get that to you guys. I'll post it in the link below because I don't want to spend too much time on this. But anyways, you can go in here and refer people, and you can earn extra money that way as well for referring people. And that is just a couple of ways that you can make extra money with your crypto. I do also use another account that is called Voyager, which I'll also link down below. And on Voyager, you can actually get $25 in free crypto whenever you put $100 in. So I was telling a friend the other day, I just never like to turn down the free money. Like if there's anything where it's like, you can put in $100 and get $15 for free, or, anything like that, that is going to be an investment in my future. That's something that I was going to do anyway. 100% of the time I'll do it. Now, I'm not going to just like throw it out as a gamble. You don't want to waste your money. But if it's something where you feel convicted, you feel like, you know what, this could potentially make me a lot of money, and I'm okay with losing what I'm putting in. If something crazy should happen, some freak event and everything goes kaput, am I okay with losing this money? And in that case, I just feel like you might as well go ahead and get all the freebies. So I do the Voyager as well. And then my other account, I'm not going to show you inside of that one because it's on my phone. but it's called Webull. And I'm also going to link that one below. A lot of you guys have seen me posting about getting free stocks on Webull. So I love that app, and I use that one for trading, which I don't do a ton of, and I don't do it unless I make a lot of money. But a lot of you guys have to understand, like, there's a lot of people out there right now, especially on YouTube, that are trading cryptos, and they are making a lot of money. But a lot of the people that are making a lot of the money are very, very well educated in cryptos and stocks and trading and how these graphs and charts work and their technical analysis and all of that stuff. Don't get stuck in the trap. Like, there's one YouTuber that I follow. What does he say? He said, if it's too hot, what does he say? If it's too hot for you in these hot popping stocks, stay out of the kitchen or something. I don't know. Anyways, it's really funny how he says it, but he's just like, stay out the kitchen. But yeah, so I mean, but it is so true though, whenever he says that, like, if this is going to make you stress out, if you feel like you don't know how to time the markets, don't time the markets. Just dollar cost average your way in. I 100% believe that is the best way that anybody can make money with any of this stuff. And it's so much less risky. Instead of YOLOing, $500 into, Dogecoin or whatever it is, stick to the ones that you know that are a lot more reputable, that have been around for a lot longer and have a really good track record, like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Those are the top two that I would suggest. If you don't have any Bitcoin or Ethereum, I personally don't believe that you should be investing in all these little meme coins and stuff. If that's, what you want to do, again, that's totally fine. I just would not do that. I would advise you to be very careful with that and just know what you're investing in. But rather than YOLOing $500 into it, you could just say, okay, I'm going to put in $100 a week for 5 weeks, because the price, it is very volatile. Like you guys saw. Let me share the screen with you one more time. I just want to get this point across to you guys, because it is just crazy. So we'll do Bitcoin, because that's the big dog, right? Look at this, you guys. This is Bitcoin since inception. This is Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin over the last year. If you bought in at the high, you bought in at like $64,000 per Bitcoin. If you bought in at the low, you bought in at like 13,000. Do you see what a big difference that is? So if you would have bought in at, $64,000 up here, what happens is a lot of people will buy in up here, and then it starts going down, and they're like, oh my gosh, it's going down, it's dropping so rapidly. And then they start selling out, and then they lose money. And I'm like, no, why did you do that? If you bought high, I'm just going to tell you guys, because some of you guys, maybe you've already bought Bitcoin. If you bought high, don't jump off the train when the price starts going down. You've got to have some faith in what you're investing in. If you're trying to jump out, you invested up here and you're trying to jump out down here, you invested too much money you didn't have, and you shouldn't be putting that money in Bitcoin to begin with. Bitcoin is extremely volatile. It's going to go up and down a whole lot. You're going to be in for a ride. You just got to learn to have peace with it and invest for the long term and take it out a notch. If you would have invested at the all-time high back in December of 18, I'm sure a lot of people were probably like, oh my gosh, like, we totally ruined our lives. We invested at the very high. And then I guarantee you a ton of people down here started selling off, and they watched it for a couple of years just be flat. They watched their portfolio get slaughtered, right? But then look what happened. It went up to like $64,000 at the all-time high. Okay, $67,000. Do you think the people that bought high down here and held on to it were sad after a few years? No, because the price eventually is going to go up. So you have to just understand, I can't stress this enough, it is very volatile. It just went up $1,000 since I've been sitting on this page, you guys. That is how volatile Bitcoin is. And you've just got to be prepared that, if you bought it at the top, don't sell. Like, this is my strategy, is because whenever I first came into Bitcoin, I'm just going to be super transparent. When I first got into Bitcoin, I bought like almost at the all-time high. Okay. I think I only put like $100 in. I was just like, I'm going to throw $100 at it, see what happens. And it started going down and down and down. But guess what? Just a month ago, or it wasn't even a month ago, it was like a couple of weeks ago. Just a couple of weeks ago, every single person that had ever put money into Bitcoin, ever, was in the profit, because eventually it's going to smash through new all-time highs. I believe that it's going to have a lot more all-time highs to come. It has a long way to go. You are not too late to the party, but every single year, if you don't start now, you're going to start looking back and realizing, oh man, like people right now are saying I'm too late to the party, but when it goes to 75,000, there's still going to be people saying, oh my gosh, I'm too late to the party. And at 100,000, they're still going to be saying I'm too late to the party. At 500,000, I'm too late to the party. And you are going to miss the boat if you don't jump on at some entry point. But rather than YOLOing $500 and accidentally putting all of it in right here at the very tippy top, if you put in a little bit at a time, put in a little here, 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 all the way up and all the way down, $100 at a time is what I do. So, I mean, it's like small amounts. It's not like a significant amount of money. Oh, and that actually reminds me. So the other thing you can do to make extra money that's really cool, and it's not even going to show me up here, I think, because I already am signed up for it. Let's see, where's it at? No. Okay. Anyways, I think whenever you click on learn and earn right here, it should show you where you can sign up for this. I'm already signed up, so I think that's why it's not showing. But you can set up like an automatic contribution to your Coinbase account however often you want, like if it's once a week, once a month, whatever it is. If it's, if $50 is a lot of money for you, you could literally set up like $50 once a month, right? As long as it's $50 or more, then they're going to give you $10 in free Bitcoin after, I believe it's your 4th contribution, and also after your 8th. So there's another $20. So just for signing up and setting up an automatic contribution of $50 a month, you can get $30 in free Bitcoin. You're going to be contributing to your future. It's not going to feel like you're putting $1 million in there all at one time. It's just $50 a month. Just let that come off the top of your paycheck and invest in yourself first, because that is going to be so important that you actually invest in yourself, and you can earn some really good crypto. You can even stake your crypto on Coinbase. Like if you want to do that, you can earn up to 5%. Again, like I said, you can put it on BlockFi and you can earn interest there as well. And then I reserve my Webull app. Again, like I said, I'm going to post the link for that in the description too. The Webull app, I usually reserve that for trading. So I bought some, I'll just go ahead and tell you guys exactly what I bought. Okay. Let me pull up my Webull and I will tell you guys what I bought. Okay, so I bought some Cardano. If it's, $2 or less, I just feel like that's a good entry point. So I did buy Cardano. I have some Bitcoin in there. I have a little Doge in there right now because I do feel like Doge could go on another run. I also have some stocks. I have, of course, like all of the free stocks that I've earned. And then I also bought some of the DWAC stock, DWAC. It's Digital World Acquisitions. That is Donald Trump's new social media platform, the Truth Network. That's the stock for that. I will go ahead and tell you guys too, if you buy that, it is super volatile. I just felt like it was my patriotic duty to throw a couple $100 at it because I just wanted to support the cause. So that's honestly is the only reason why I did that. I don't have a ton of money in there. The majority of my crypto portfolio is Bitcoin and Ethereum. I am probably 50-50 on Bitcoin and Ethereum because I have very high hopes for Ethereum as well. But, I did throw a little bit of money at some of the other coins, totally a gamble. So that's up to you if you want to do that or not. But I do really believe that Bitcoin and Ethereum can be world changers. And if, again, like I said, if you haven't studied this or you haven't gone back and watched the video that I posted yesterday on my Telegram, make sure you go back and watch that, because that is the basic why behind why I believe everybody should have some. So in addition, there are other things that you can do. You can invest in the stock market. You can put money in index funds. If you guys want more videos like that, drop in the comments and let me know. Make sure you hit the like button on this video, support the channel, and just let me know if you guys want more information like this. I'd be happy to do it. I actually enjoy doing this and, you know, looking up all of the technical stuff and kind of doing all the research and everything for y'all. But I just want to make sure that you guys don't get taken advantage of in the times that we're living in right now, because it's super, super crazy. So that is how you buy crypto in a nutshell. I don't remember if I mentioned Voyager, but I'll also link that below. You can get $25 in free crypto there as well. So there's a lot of different ways that you can earn. But you guys, if you just put that crypto in there and you hold it, don't just try to, you know, swing trade all of your crypto. If you put it in there and you hold it long term, you're going to have a very high likelihood of making really good money, and it's going to show up in the form of passive income, so that if you need to take some out at some point, you can. Just be aware also, if you are trading crypto, you're going to get hit with capital gains tax. There are certain ways that you can get around that, but you're probably going to get hit with it if you go taking it out of there. That's why I just keep a little bit of money here and there in my Webull account to swing trade, just knowing that I'm going to get hit with a capital gains tax. And then everything else I put in my my Coinbase or my BlockFi or on my Ledger Nano wallet that I can keep the keys to. And that way, I know that I'm going to be protected and my assets are going to be spread across multiple different platforms, multiple places. I'm protected. I'm not taking out a ton of money right off the bat where I'm getting hit with capital gains. And then years down the road, I can take some of that money out once it builds up to a significant amount. And, you know, my 4,000 turns into 50,000. Then at that point, you know, if I have a goal that I have in mind, like if I want to, you know, buy a vehicle or pay off a house or whatever it is, I can take some of that money out and do that with it. So I love you guys. I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions, and maybe we'll do it again. All right.